Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Guys, tonight it's coming to an end. We're wrapping up the Divergent series with Allegiant. Now, I wish somebody would pick this up and so we could get the last movie in the series. That's awaited, but sadly, I don't know when that's going to happen. So I've really enjoyed these movies so far. They've been a lot of fun. They've had the difficult task of separating themselves from things like the Hunger Games, the Maze Runner, and especially for us because those are all pretty new in all of our minds. So I thought this movie's done a good job in kind of standing out on its own a little bit. I know a lot of you said that this last one is not as good and it's maybe a little controversial, but you know, we had some of those same things about Maze Runner, and I think universally we all loved every episode or every movie in the series of that. So I'm hoping that this is no different, and I'm hoping Allegiant delivers and we have a good time.
I'm ready to see how Peter fucks everyone over and then gets them to love him again in the end. Played by Miles Teller, who just, he just knocks it out of the park. He's so good in this role. Like, this is totally like him. It was like the part was written for him. And then I want to see how Triss and Four and how their love continues to grow and see where that leads us to. So I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to give this trilogy, the third one, a chance and see how good it's going to be.
No reason to doubt it.
I have to imagine if there's 4 books and the movie's stopped at 3, I wonder how many people, when they saw the movie, didn't like it right away, they weren't all about it, or when they found out the 4th one wasn't coming out. And as far as the cinematic adaptation, you're just completely left hanging. I'm excited to see where it goes. The most intriguing thing for me is, in the last movie, they had the letter from the forefathers. Founders.
Founders.
Founders. Like the video.
In any regard, they had the video, but it was wasn't it 200 years old? They're like, oh, the world is waiting for you. And it's a lot could have happened.
All this time?
What kind of world?
In the outside world, how much could have happened? But I thought it was a really cool plot. Are they keeping people in for the experiment, or are they keeping the people on the outside out for safety purposes of the people who are living in the city? I'm really optimistic for this one, and I'm hoping I like it as much as I did the third Maze Runner. But usually, the people who follow us on Patreon and YouTube are pretty spot on with stuff.
Yeah.
So will it follow the third Star Wars or the third Jaws? So we will find out. So hopefully Noah, Adam, and Bill, those are the screenplay guys. Hopefully they did good by this, but if not, I guess we'll find out. So without further ado, let's go.
Hello. I come from outside the wall.
Starting
all
hot.
destroyed each other.
Oh, see, there we go.
We designed your city as an experiment, and we created factions to ensure peace.
Okay. So yeah, that didn't work out so well either.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you guys leave or would you stay?
Time's come. Lead them emerge from your isolation.
Gate is now closed.
Wait, what?
Oh, see? She's going to be no different than the previous leadership.
Sometimes when I look past the wall, I think that I can see something out there.
I'm just not seeing what you're seeing.
When it's right in front of your face, you will.
You guys think we're going to get a shirtless scene?
I don't think it'll be in the first 5 minutes, but if you play your cards right, it will be.
I know you're curious about what's beyond the wall. Today we begin the trials of her conspirator.
I still think I can bring her around.
But that doesn't change anything, right?
Yeah, she's like, my mother-in-law is such a bitch.
Well, they're not married yet.
I need you to get some things for me.
Just this? Sure you don't want the sun and moon as well? So I'll make it happen.
They need a Mr. Fusion.
There's our guy.
Look at Miles.
Can I come? There's no factions. We can be friends, right? Can't we all just get along?
Great leaders don't seek power. They're called by necessity.
There you go.
Oh, our brother.
Yeah.
Look at him just smiling.
I dedicated my life to seeking the truth, but under Janine, it passed me by. I humbly apologize.
Golf clap. Golf clap.
Well, he's doing all right.
I want everyone to know that I will not stop leading the pursuit of honesty.
Let the trials begin. Justice will be done.
Do they want justice?
Oh, they're giving him the truth stuff?
Yeah.
May the truth set you free. So my only question to you is this. Did you feel justified in murdering people in support of her regime?
Absolutely.
Wow.
People are sheep.
All right, I've heard enough.
Kill him! Let him live! Janine is dead. Let's not keep her spirit alive.
What are you going to do? They need an answer.
Well, I would say, oh, not me.
This is an execution.
No.
This is a trial.
It is time that we break from the past.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Are we really going to lose Mekhi Phifer right off the jump here?
I don't want to die.
Neither did your sheep.
Whoa!
Oh.
All right, well, nice knowing you, I guess.
Generally, you wouldn't want to pull the trigger with people that close in front of him.
Yeah.
That time has passed.
This does feel Hunger Games-ish. You replace one leader with another who's seemingly, at this point, not much better.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, really?
Him, I don't feel a lot of sympathy for.
Yeah.
Don't let them kill me! Beatrice, no!
The wall's on total lockdown. My soldiers have orders. No one gets out.
Why did you go to war with Janine? If you were just going to become her.
He's got a hell of a point.
I'm doing this for you.
Don't make him your excuse.
I'm not sure that I'm sold on the mother-son age gap here. I get that she could have had him very young, but it just doesn't feel like when you're watching it, it doesn't feel very mother-son-ish.
The message said to come out and meet the rest of the world.
And we know absolutely nothing about the people who sent him.
Aren't you curious to find out?
Well, can't they just send out a little exploration party or something?
Well, the wall's on total lockdown, so they have to try and figure out a way. Yeah.
Chose the wrong side, pal.
This is real interesting, though. I don't want to forget about it for the review, but it just shows kind of what happens if you let people just do whatever they want. I mean, you need to have some level of order. And
oh, what is Pete up to?
I'm going to deal with this one. You think I'm asking your permission?
No, please, I'm bored. No. Bored.
Who's
this guy? He's on. He knows that he's getting rid of him
he's
because
sneaking him out.
Come on. We're going up.
Beatrice?
Walk slowly.
Prisoners are supposed to be locked in the cages. Stop!
I can handle this one myself.
I think we all know he didn't actually hit.
Yeah.
You can come out now, Caleb.
It's what you do for family.
Oh, come on.
Oh, God. Gwen just loves hearing family.
Yeah, but she said it family, not family.
Well,
I ain't got friends.
Do it. Hey, partners.
What are you doing, Peter?
I can join you guys or
do the same.
Help! 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 Get in the way!
Peter, get in the car.
I'm staying.
Get in the car.
You.
What's up, Caleb?
That was definitely not part of it.
He's high in the running for MVP of the movie so far.
Oh, yeah.
Miles Teller.
Justice for all!
Just play it cool.
I didn't hear anything about a prisoner transfer.
Well, you're hearing it from me.
Let me see your movement order.
I got it. Right here. I got everything. Just open the gate.
Oh, look at Zoe coming through.
Oh,
jeez. They're just dropping guys.
Tobias Eaton took Caleb Pryor out of his cage.
You a statue? Open the gate.
Zoe to the rescue.
Yep.
They're going to alert them right now. They're going to have to pull out fast.
Oh.
Tobias Eaton is abetting
Oh,
Caleb
Jesus.
Pryor's escape. That makes him a traitor. Shoot to kill.
Wow.
Nobody goes over that wall.
Are we going to lose somebody going over the wall right in the beginning? Oh, grappling hooks.
Boy, I thought I was going to need those as a kid.
Still not.
I know.
Still not.
You watch one Batman movie.
It's time to see what's out there.
On me.
I like how Caleb like knows what he's doing now.
That is a large wall.
Yeah.
Once you get up it, you got to get back down it.
Oh, they got the sensors like in the Running Man. Oh, I want one of those. I want one of those real bad.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Look at this. That's some serious Batman shit here.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
Oh. Yes. Oh, this kid.
This is dragging him.
Oh,
no. You good?
I'm okay.
That part of the plan, Stiff?
Conspicuously leaving the power source out in the open.
Yeah. Never once did she say, hey, cover me. She just dove down to the bottom.
Oh,
Nice.
nice timing with the
Oh,
trucks.
did the old boom.
Oh, that one, those drove right through it.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, that's
watch for the
sweet.
sparks raining down.
That'll do it.
We
Look,
did it.
Oh,
it's Wisconsin.
I knew it.
Oh, I knew we were going to lose somebody.
The way that she was just standing there, I just knew it.
Tori! Tori! Tori!
Maybe grab her weapon. Okay, so couldn't they order to have the wall open and then do a perimeter scan? Oh, that's...
Yeah,
yep.
that's a quarry or something there. Okay, so who are we going to see out here? Whoa.
Is that where Six Flags used to be over there? Or?
Might be.
Oh, shit.
It's like all like sulfur and stuff all bubbled up.
Is that the result of nuclear bombs?
Well, that used to be a lake.
Anybody got a Geiger counter?
Yeah, I don't think.
Ugh.
Oh my God. What is,
Yeah, it's all.
is that water from Flint, Michigan?
Ugh.
It's got to be like all radiation and stuff, right? I mean,
That's something. Yeah.
Didn't exactly send out the welcome committee for you, Stiff.
Shut up, Peter.
well, I mean, you had to find out.
This hole looks radioactive. Or at least it was in the last 200 years.
Somebody seriously messed up the world.
Oh, now we're gonna have rain.
Acid rain. Oh, shit's
This
still
way.
in the clouds.
Yeah.
After 200 years, it's still in the clouds.
I mean, visually, this is just awesome.
She
This is
just.
fun. I'm glad we did this.
What if there's nothing else out there? There has to be.
Okay, real question though. Do you go south to where you know there's warmer temperatures, or do you
Yeah.
go north to Wisconsin where the likelihood of combat zones is probably reduced?
You guys hear that?
It's an engine.
Someone's coming for us.
Nope.
Come on. No way.
Edgar, go, go!
Go!
That was a little.
Answer, you build those things. Can they jump like that?
All 7 tons of them or whatever
Yeah,
they weigh with all
especially
the
if you,
armor.
if you put the armor on there, that adds another like ton.
Oh.
Sure would be nice to have one of those out there. Although that
God,
looks
look
like
at
pretty rough terrain for even one of those
Yeah,
things.
just nothing out there. It's like
Wait, what
force
is
shield?
that?
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa! A fake
Don't be afraid.
digital
There's nothing to
wall.
worry about. You're safe now.
Oh! Dang, no messing around.
Okay,
Welcome
so
to the future.
okay, so while we're talking about them not rebuilding Chicago, they've been making significant technological advancements outside the city.
Yeah, look at this.
Our plasma globes will protect you from the toxicity.
Toxicity.
Oh, this is really cool.
What? This is some future stuff right here.
Very futuristic. Okay, so there is a spot
look at that.
in all the wasteland.
They've kind of just got their own biodome too.
Yeah.
Biodome, good movie.
I wonder if they have a bunch of like these small cities like
all along the way.
Looks very futury with everybody wearing the uniform. Okay.
Welcome to the Bureau of Genetic Welfare. My name is Matthew.
Ah, Pennywise himself.
Please remove your clothes and place them in the incineration hatch.
Oh yeah, they're not just gonna wash those things.
No, those are dunzo.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, weird.
Suck all the toxins off her, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a little mud bath.
Place your arm into the tube in the wall.
Oh, they take.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh,
that's a bad sign.
Yeah, yours is different.
Welcome to the planetarium.
Hello, and welcome to the Bureau of Genetic Welfare. Scientists first discovered a way to map, then edit the human genome.
You can choose to settle for merely adequate, or you can choose excellent.
Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez.
Designer kids.
Choose perfexia.
Genetic modification deepened the rifts between people. In the ashes of civilization, a small group of genetically unmodified individuals established the Bureau of Genetic Welfare at Chicago's O'Hare Airport.
Oh, okay.
A grand experiment to purify the human genome is the city of Chicago.
They are not happy.
I don't think they're ready for
Please
it.
follow me.
We don't have all the resources we would like, of course, but I think you'll find your accommodations more than adequate.
Who are they?
Bring them in from the fringe. Get them healthy. Give them a second chance.
Hi, four.
Oh, jeez. High four.
It's like the Beatles are walking through.
They've grown up watching you.
Nothing creepy about that.
Welcome to your new home.
You know, Bill has such a natural villain's look. I just don't trust him right off the bat.
I told you I wanted them unharmed.
You went with them. You know what I'm saying? He betrayed you. He should be loyal. I'm loyal.
So rest up. I need you ready to fight.
So now they're going to go outside the wall to look for a fight with people who seemingly have drastically more advanced technology and military weapons.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna give it our chance, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. The director's ready to see you. No, I'm sorry. I meant Tris alone. The director would like to thank you personally.
Oh, God. I'm so weary about the director. You
Yeah.
know, we've just been conditioned with these sort of
These
films
movies,
to
yeah.
assume that they're going to be.
Or the leader just sucks.
Dig the camo. Although I don't see a
Yeah,
condition
see,
where it's necessary.
She was giving him the look, though,
They showed her looking at them when they walked through
for
too.
a reason, yeah.
Okay, those are cool.
Where's he running off to? Oh, just to look?
On the roof. Oh.
Wow.
What is all that?
That's definitely not a normal elevator there, Answer.
I have so many questions.
I am loaded with questions. Look, I gotta just say right now, earlier on in the movie, if there's a fourth book and we're left with whatever the continue, or rather the end of this story, but not a continuation in a final, I can understand where people might be really frustrated. with
Yeah.
this movie.
Hello.
Come on,
Must be the director.
Harry, you're a terrible
Jeffrey.
shot. Come on, no way. What?
A bit overwhelmed. I'm still processing it all.
Oh, Tris, I know you. I watched you being born. I saw the love that your mother and father had for you. To me, you are a miracle. Restoring order in Chicago is as important to me as it is to you. It's the only way to save the damaged. Too brave and you're cruel, too peaceful and you're passive, too smart and you lose compassion, like your brother.
That's interesting.
Caleb's damaged?
Yes. Over time, man's genetic material would heal itself, return to its original form.
And I'm one of those people.
You're the only one.
I see where they're going with this.
You are genetically pure.
4?
Damaged.
Oh. Huh. So oh, wow, what a twist.
But if you don't believe me, believe your mother. Your mother, Natalie, wasn't born in Chicago. She was born in the fringe.
Oh.
I knew there was something about her.
Yeah. Oh, I was really hoping he had a cauldron that you put your face in like Harry Potter.
They're your mother's memory tabs. With them, you can watch the world through her eyes.
What?
Oh.
Memory tabs.
Oh, some
Look at
black
your
mirror stuff going on.
Oh, look at all it.
Yeah, it's very primitive too, like their clothes and everything.
How somewhat primitive they are.
Oh, okay. They're there to kind of restore order, I guess, and save this tribe or whatever.
We're taking you to the Bureau.
You're safe.
How many more did you save today?
Not enough.
Chicago has got to work, David. It's the only hope for us.
In a moment of need, your mother did something that no one had done before. She volunteered to leave the safety of the Bureau. If I can show the Council your miracle can be replicated, then her life's work is complete. The Council will be forced to look at every human being, no matter where they were born.
Boy, he's going hard with that sales pitch.
No kidding.
Help me save the world.
It was like I was her and seeing it all through her eyes.
Well, I can see why she left.
I don't know.
Oh, he's missing one.
Oh,
that must show he's damaged.
How
so
much
he
they're
doesn't-
damaged.
Yeah. She's perfect.
Yeah, she's pure.
Access
Denied. You cannot get lunch.
Access granted.
Here you are. You ready?
Say hi to David for me.
Somebody's getting kind of jelly.
Tobias, I'm Nita. Let's go.
This separation, I don't like it.
And in time, that won't be necessary. All I need is time.
Hayes, this will be your plot. Pryor, you're next door.
Huh.
It's got a wicked gaming
Looks
chair.
comfy.
Watch what's happening. File a report.
Whoever created this is a genius.
Well, thank you.
Oh, it's crazy. You can be transported basically anywhere.
It's weird. It almost feels like your TV's glitching up.
Mm-hmm.
Does this feel like they're going right back to where they were?
Yeah,
Aphrodite and
everybody
he's
gets
dauntless.
Put this on.
Personal drones expands your field of vision and provides 3D modeling of environments.
Thanks.
Activate the headgear.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that.
You know, if there was any fault in the technology, that's a pretty risky display.
Oh, is this a training?
Yeah, it must be. Oh, look at that. Right through the wall. Oh, he's got to say something cocky.
I think I got the hang of it.
I was hoping for a little more than that.
Oh,
Like nailed it or something.
If my mother was born in the fringe, then how did she end up in Chicago?
Now, the Council's always careful how they introduce any new element to the experiment.
So why aren't they intervening now?
Well, they will. We just have to make our case. Can I still count on you to help me?
Can I count on you? Some Richard Phillips move. I'm counting on you now. I'm counting on you. This guy.
What's he going to be up to?
Now, they brought up an interesting point that he's too smart to have proper emotion.
Mm-hmm.
The Allegiant. That's what you're calling yourselves.
Amity just doesn't seem appropriate anymore. I understand your anger, Evelyn. I do. But the way forward?
Way forward has already begun.
Yeah, see?
I wasn't born Amity. And I can assure you, I'm not afraid to fight for what I believe in.
Standoff.
We can come to some sort of agreement.
Choppa revolvers with the barrel underneath.
Oh.
Where is he running off to?
Hey.
Caleb said that some of the Dauntless are lining up with Joanna. Has David said anything about what he can do? So it all hinges on the mysterious council, does it? What if they say no?
David is confident that they won't.
Oh, don't tell me he's seriously getting jelly.
No, he just doesn't trust him.
I'm damaged in. You're pure. You know, when were you going to tell me?
I guess I didn't think that it mattered.
Why doesn't it matter?
You're still the same person to me.
Yeah, so don't seem like an asshole.
The Bureau saved my mother from the French. I wouldn't be here without.
What do you actually know about what they do in the fringe?
Yeah, but
I'm sorry. He needs you upstairs.
Ah.
Always
the
that
look.
dirty eye contact. Always.
Yep.
Old boy's got a crush on her and doesn't like him because she knows he likes him. He knows she likes him. It's a tale as old as time.
Well, I think Bill just keeps pulling her away whenever he starts asking her too many questions. He just always seems to be in the right place at the right time.
Bill's been watching her whole life. Feels like he has a connection. He's got a little bit of a crush, and he's not that kind of
Next time
handsome.
you go to the fringe, I want in.
you're not ready.
I'm going.
I am more than
And he's
aware that the
dauntless.
separation has been difficult for you and for, but I've watched you both enough to know that I think the two of you are going to work it out.
Oh, I thought he was going to say that to you. You're done. You just might as well move on.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Nothing.
This guy, see? He's upset because he's in love with her. Look at him.
Oh, look at those eyes. Crazy eyes he's giving her.
Fucking turning into Pennywise over there.
I know. That's all I see when I look at him.
Well, because a lot of that he just did himself.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Dauntless! If it was up to me, you would not be out here. Mission is to save as many kids as possible. They've grown up in hellish conditions. But you have your weapons handy, you stick to protocol.
Notice they said save as many kids, not
Yeah.
as many people.
Yeah, well, because they said they only live to like 25, 30.
Well, if they're 25, yeah, they can't get them to be pure.
Yeah.
Drones. Go.
It's interesting out there. It doesn't appear as if they have their protective shields. Wouldn't there still be radioactive material?
Oh, somebody's doing some shooting.
Run!
Why is he bobbing and moving? Just run like straight.
Stay away from us. Calm down. We're here to help. This is my family. Hey! Whoa, stop!
Oh, that's what I was thinking was going to happen.
What did you do?
It's okay. It's all right. Don't. What the hell is going on here?
Just do your job, Dauntless.
Let's go.
Is it just me, or does that kid look like they had... It might have just been... Just for a second, it looked like the child had aged facial features. Might have just been the angle, though.
Yeah, I think it was just dirty.
I wanted to see 4. David and I are leaving for Providence.
Get us ready for Providence. We're on my ship within an hour.
I was wondering if I could talk to you about my job, because I'm not really a typist. And, or if you're busy today, I get it. Totally fine. We'll talk tomorrow.
I need to talk to you. What does this mean? What do you mean vaccinations? We weren't given vaccinations.
Look at this.
Hey, what's your name?
My name?
What is going on?
So the vaccination wiped their memory?
Sorry about your dad.
My dad?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, no. They're wiping these kids' memories.
And they'll never know anything different.
This is what we do. Now you know.
You want it out of Chicago. You want to see what's out there.
Yep.
Well,
this is what it is.
Jesus. They're out there looking for...
But he's wiping the memories. He's taking the kids. What's he doing with them? Does he keep trying his experiments?
I think he wants to find...
Hey, there you go. There's your shirtless scene.
Hey! I knew we've got wrong. Bad timing. The worst. I think he's trying to find other kids that are on the not flawed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, pure.
The pure
Or
kids.
try to help
Round
him
up
like
everyone who's
he's
We take
learning
the fight to
from what
This does
Triss
feel
has.
kind of like Maze Runner. They're always out there searching for kids who have the immunity.
Yeah.
Today we take Evelyn down. Whatever it takes.
She lasted like a week. They're ready to take her down.
This is our home. There's gonna be a war. We can do something about it.
Oh boy.
Watch him go take one of those ships.
That's what I would do. It's the only way he's going to get there at any time.
What are you trying to do?
Getting Triss.
You think you're too... You cannot be in here!
And he's so mad right now he can't even like say this is awesome.
Oh, they are still there.
Hey.
We're leaving. We don't understand yet, but these people have been lying to you.
Put the guns down.
He has been stealing children from their families.
We're giving them a better life.
By killing their parents?
It was an unfortunate accident, sir.
We have to go.
Oh, man.
You've no idea what we've been working on.
What have you been working on? Do you have any idea what is going on out there?
Yes, of course I do. Why do you think we're going to meet with the council?
I want you to listen to me.
Triss.
I have to go.
Oh,
she made her choice.
Well, she thinks what she's doing is for the betterment. Is he going to say something?
You're making a mistake.
That head of the military guy, he's easy to not like. He's got a real punchable face.
Yeah, real greasy hair, too.
Autopilot engaged.
So how much trouble is he in?
They're going to wait until they're out of viewing distance, and I think they're going to...
he's going to get a whack to the head.
Want to go back to Chicago? I'll take you. You're gonna walk across the fringe? I don't think so. There's no rule saying you can't go home for. Come on.
Yeah. I'll go with you.
Oh, no.
Wait, is he...
I think he's going to turn it around on us.
Is Skarsgård a good guy here?
I think he is.
Did you just get that vibe?
That's the vibe I got.
Is he a good guy?
I'm thinking
I don't think so. I think he's going to be
is. No. That look right there.
I think he's going to be even worse.
I think he No. Skarsgård.
Like,
he
all your
realizes
predictions,
that
what are
Forrest-
you batting right now? Like 10?
I don't know. No, not. Well, we got a shirtless scene. But so
I was talking about the whole-
Skarsgård realizes that 4 is good. He doesn't like what they're doing.
Yep, and he just needed somebody to go along with his plan. Look, he's eyeing up the big boss there.
You could tell. Oh, yep. 100%.
David never wanted you to see what you saw out on the fringe. And his ship is the only one that can fly through the camel wall.
Why are you telling me this?
We're not taking you to Chicago.
They're bringing him out to the fringe.
Yep, they're just going to drop him.
Oh!
There go the pilots.
Oh, nice.
What a stabby going on.
They forget that 4 is the Dauntless. That's some fighting training.
Hold on!
1 out of 10.
I love how you're giving me the look, too.
I called it right away.
That look kind of gave it away.
Welcome to Providence.
Whoa.
Someday the whole world's going to look this beautiful.
Sure thing, Harry.
So, as you can see, there are multiple genetic markers supporting.
David has lied to us before, haven't you, David?
Oh, that's... Oh, what's his name from Walking Dead?
Yeah, from Hilltop.
Yeah.
Pure, I'm not even sure what that's supposed to mean. You're all making the same mistakes over and over again.
This is not the way.
Let her speak, David.
Look, I know that all of this is just an experiment to you, But these people in Chicago are real, and you are doing nothing to help them.
David has control over the administration of Chicago.
Oh.
He's only here to extend his funding.
Shouldn't you get your house in order first?
Oh.
No, Jeffrey. I mean, I figured he was going to be bad anyways, but Jeffrey. Oh, this is going to be a long ride home.
Very awkward.
Yeah.
Factions work, Triss. They keep the peace.
I never should trust
You want change with no sacrifice. You want peace with no struggle. The world doesn't work like that.
Fair point.
Fucking asshole. It makes sense.
Answer, are you all right over there?
Well, this was...
Well.
Or boy Skarsgård make it?
Oh, yeah,
of course he
come on.
did.
I'll be fine. The Bureau isn't far. You'll need this to get through the camel wall. We need your help, Tobias. She's safe. She's too valuable to him.
Well, right now they're not exactly happy with each other, so...
Yeah.
I want you to tell him that I left you behind. Okay? Why? Because then Triss will know you're lying.
I'm going to go back in the
there was
ship.
a lot of
There's
dudes
some comfy chairs.
in that ship that had a lot of gear that they were wearing and
Yeah,
carrying.
and he didn't take any of it.
Yeah, just saying. Oh, look at that thing. It's like a mini Death Star.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait,
it's here.
He is. Which is weird because his personality seemed very different from Triss's.
Oh, that's exactly where he was, where they got let in. So there's the truck.
It was an accident. We just went down. Four left me behind.
Don't worry. We'll find him.
Or would never leave anyone behind at the crash site.
He told me he would say that.
Oh, man.
What a gangster scene this is. I mean, it's incredibly hazardous, but...
He's going to have to cauterize that wound on his oblique.
Peter.
I didn't think that you knew my name.
I know all of the important people from Chicago.
Oh, jeez.
God. They've been watching him. They know he's easily turned. Please, Peter, don't do this to us again.
Feed his ego.
I need help with something in Chicago.
What's in it for me?
Well, if you do well, you can have any job you want, except mine.
Oh, that's a given. That's a given.
Except mine.
Do you know where Peter is?
No, I don't know where he is. Is there something that I can help you with?
Awkward yet again.
Well, you can find him for me with this big computer.
Can you find Four?
Come on, Four, where are you?
We found him outside the wall.
Oh, no.
Infiltration.
Where's my son?
I don't know. I have something that you need. The way to win your war.
Yes, I found Four. And there's something else you're going to want to see, too.
What is this place?
You're gonna love it.
Oh, no, Pete.
This is.
Oh,
where they
remember
did,
that's the same thing
that's
that
where they
happened to
got-
her.
Yeah.
I protected our son from Janine's thugs.
Make sure he gets a good dose.
What's going?
Is it going to be his fear? I thought I was just going to wipe his memory.
I'm sorry, but who are you?
Just imagine if you release this on the Allegiant.
You have a very powerful friend on the outside.
Does his friend have a name?
David.
Are you okay? I was worried about you.
Evelyn, you need to make peace with the Allegiant.
No, Joanna made her choice. I'm gonna finish this. One way or another.
Well, Evelyn's deciding now. If she uses the memory serum, Chicago might forget its own name.
Oh! You give him the old walleyes right in the sockets?
This dude's just rolling
Oh,
through.
man, we haven't seen Four do this much work in the other two movies. Oh, what's he got?
Something.
Yeah, maybe
I think something to get out.
Keys for doors.
The key fob wristband thing.
Get Christina and meet me outside.
He's not going to let her
How's it going in
leave.
Chicago? Taking your ship and I'm not coming back.
You can't fly.
Well, you
Watch
don't.
me.
Don't need to. There's autopilot.
Autopilot engaged.
He sure didn't make much of an effort to stop her, did he?
No.
Triss Pryor is stealing my craft. Bring her back.
Christina, These are for your interests. How'd you know we were leaving? You're not the only ones who hate David. Hands yourself or I throw you out.
I was gonna say he should have made her sit down and sat on her lap, like just had her like, God.
Sorry, I forgot you were 80 pounds.
Oh shit!
Oh, they're sending them.
Give her a nudge towards the ground. The autopilot will bring her down safely.
What are they trying to do?
Trying to bring us in for a landing.
You have to turn off the autopilot. Oh, jeez, that didn't go well at all.
Shoot her down.
Oh.
Oh, the people in Chicago have never seen a spaceship like that.
We're gonna die.
I thought she said hands to yourself, or else.
I thought they're gonna
evasive maneuvers.
They're gonna drop some flares. Just made it. Oh, stealth camouflage.
There has to be a way to shut off the gas. Look at the ventilation system. It's all over the city. We got here just in time.
Jesus.
This all escalated real quickly.
You said the gas was a last resort. How do you think your trial is going to end?
Watch him learn.
Drop your weapons! Hey, whoa! Hey, what are you doing? Put me down! Stay where you are.
That's my girl.
Someone's rested up.
Interesting. First time we've seen a reload
Yeah.
with these particular weapons. Oh, the old elbow.
Oh, that
the old
with
front
even
kick.
with the bad wheel.
So, you were right. I'm sorry.
We won't get that. We got it.
She says it nice and low.
We're completely safe inside the vault. No one else will ever know what happened to them.
Just they have no memory of anything whatsoever.
Yeah.
How far does that go? Do you like forget how to tie your shoes?
Initialize. Serum vaporization.
They just initiated the serum.
Did you find a way to shut it off?
Not yet.
Well, you better work quicker than that, pal.
Oh. Sweep the leg.
It's locked. I'll see if I can get into the control room.
Evelyn, you have to stop this right now.
I was right to close the gate, but no one listened. No one.
Evelyn, that serum is not just gonna wipe the memories of the Allegiant. It's gonna do it to the whole city.
But what you do to the city, you do to me.
That's what I was thinking.
That's why you pick a guy like me for a job like this.
God, Peter, why?
This dude cannot pick a side, can
No.
Oh. Well, I mean, this is it, guys. The gas has been released. Like, what do we do from here?
There's a choke point where the vapor gets pumped out.
Cut their comm line to the ship.
Caleb?
he? You gotta do it yourself,
Caleb!
dude.
I'm going in.
He's going in.
Oh.
We didn't plan on that.
Open the door!
Open the door!
We'll find you, Peter.
There, he'll forget who he is now.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's right here. There's an isolation valve that controls the flow of the air, but I don't know how you're gonna get down there.
I do. Floor.
It's at the end of the hall.
Close the door. Triss, I control everything. Just stop. I made you. It's over, Triss.
Now those two got in there.
There it is.
There you are.
Right through the wall. But how many people got it?
Yeah,
though?
remember those? They said you have to get like a good.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember
You have to be, like,
even the dad had to get the whole vial, if that's what you would call that.
It's clear.
That's what you do for family.
How about
About time.
redemption?
About time he did it.
Redemption.
Family.
It only took him 3 movies.
Quinn's all family.
That's all he cares about.
I want to send a message to David. There are others who exist on this planet, and they call us the damaged.
Hello? Come on.
I've set the autopilot right for our friend's neighborhood, along with a little surprise for when it goes through the camouflage wall.
Oh, that's a lot.
So here we stand, together, and we're gonna tear down their wall.
You better get hustling.
For those of you beyond the wall, hear me loud and clear, because I know you're listening. Chicago is not your experience. It is our home. And it always will be.
Ooh,
So that's how it ends.
That's how it ends. And
That's why people hate this movie.
All right, guys. The answer is going to lead us off with the sneezing. That was the end of the Divergent series. That was Allegiant. And boy, it certainly feels like there was a lot left. A lot of story was left to tell, I think, with this one. Yeah. And thanks, Oak. You're a team player there. Look at you go.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
But no, I mean, I really liked our characters. It's weird for. I mean, the movie was obviously shorter than the others, but I really it gave me that vibe that we didn't get to see our characters as much. I thought, like 4 spent a lot of the movie kind of locked away, or we didn't really see him. There was obviously a lot of focus on Triss, and we saw her, but I mean, Zoe Kravitz was in here for like a cup of coffee. We hardly got to see her. Of course, we did get to see Miles. He was doing what Miles does in most of his movies, which is good. But yeah, this one kind of had a real weird vibe to me in that our characters, like, they weren't together. They were kind of spread out. I think a lot of story was left to tell. It was a little odd that that the whole city of Chicago was essentially engulfed in war in like a week or a few days after they just got rid of Kate Winslet's character. So that obviously didn't go very well like they thought it was going to. This one, you guys were right. This one did not have the appeal of the first 2 for sure. But it was good to see a continuation of the story and to get more into the world of Divergent. But this one, it definitely felt like it fell a little short for me. I just wanted to see more of our characters, and I wanted to see more of them together, working together.
Yeah, working for a common goal.
Theo James did great in this with his fight scenes. He really brought it in this one. I mean, he had some cool action in there. I liked the gadgetry of the drones and how they used those with the goggles. The ships were unique. I mean, that's something that we talked about before, where when you're doing kind of a sci-fi
giant
movie,
frog,
what's the equipment going to look like? What are the ships going to look like? What are the blasters going to look like? How are they going to work? And these were fine. I thought they were pretty, unique, and they worked out okay. So yeah, I mean, like you said, guys, it definitely fell a little bit short of what we would expect out of the series. And, I think my rating is right in line with what you might see on some of the Rotten Tomatoes, the IMDb, that sort of thing. 2.5 out of 5 answers, guys. This one was a little rough, and I can see why a lot of good guys were upset. Our favorite characters just kind of wasted in this one, and a lot left on the table. And at the end of the day, it was a movie about stopping gas from being released in Chicago to wipe people's memories. And that was really it. We didn't get any lead in or any more information as to really why David wanted to do that. Yes, he wanted to, essentially create more peers, I guess, was his end goal, and to
Well, he was going to do the gas so he could get it back to having the 4.
yeah, get it back to having the factions and having his nice little orderly thing the way that he wanted, which he did have some good points.
Yeah.
About, because obviously when they let him go, it broke down into chaos in a matter of days. So yeah, I felt a lot left on the bone here, and I think I would have gone a slightly different direction with the story.
Yeah, this one was a lot more story driven. I mean, the first 2 there was so much action, so much fighting. So yeah, I mean, you got to see obviously. First one is them training to them getting to the point where she's the Divergent. The second one, they had to They had to claw and scrap their way, and she became the Divergent and was like 100% pure and beat the test. And so like this one is like, all right, hopefully there's more action. It started off pretty hot with the whole scaling the wall, but then after that it was like a lull. Yeah, you had 4 had as few fight scenes here and there, and so like, and it worked good. And Oak did get his shower and his shirtless scene.
I didn't. So my shirtless scene.
No, he thinks it's for everyone, but it's. I digress, but I divergent. No, that doesn't work there. And then what pisses me off again is Peter. I should have see it coming. He went bad in the first one, went good in the second one, and now he had to go back to being bad. So if they would have made a 4th, he probably would have been good in the end.
He did open the door at the end so that they could get in and. Triss could go down there and turn it off. So he did let
but he had a gun pointed at her the whole time and then ran out.
Hey, I'm just saying.
And then 4 was like, I will find you.
Yeah.
And I will get you.
Well,
good luck.
I don't think
so. So that's where I was a little lost on it. But I mean, obviously with Jeff Daniels, he comes in this and he's great as usual. But I just hated, again, that he had to be the bad guy. So, I mean, I didn't give it that good of that bad of a score as Mason over here, but I did give it a 3.5. There was still a lot left that was on the table that they could have did a lot better with. The story, there wasn't as much action, and that's just what I was ready, willing, and able to watch was the action. And that's a huge downfall when you have so much in the first 2. Maybe they're like, all right, that worked in the first 2. How about we don't do that?
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Yeah, because I really liked the first 2, and I'm really upset that this one didn't deliver.
And what I didn't like too is then they made Triss like she wasn't a badass really so much in this one, she was getting the wool pulled over her eyes by David the whole time. So like that really, to me, I didn't care for that because like she was the one that was leading being the badass in the first 2 and saw through all that shit. And now this one, she doesn't and goes along with. Jeff Daniels is just amazing.
Right in.
But at least our boy Bill Skarsgård was a good guy, and I'm sorry I thought he wasn't gonna be, but you guys saw it coming. More so Oak and celebrated it a lot more. So
yeah.
Some say 2 out of 10 is good. I don't think that though.
If I have ever needed help from you guys in the comments below, I need help here.
That's a very valid point.
The third movie just tanked as far as ratings. What I need to know from the people who read the books is does the third book drop off as much as the third movie? And my instinct tells me no. And the problem that I have with this movie is I think they had a really brilliant plot in you guys saw me. I don't know if it's going to make the cut, but I was like, oh my God, it makes so much sense. And they just skimmed right over it. You have 3 movies of what's going on, and they made it look like a pharmacy commercial. And I'm like, this is a major point. So at the permission of Diamond Dave, I've started making notes actually because we did our Jojo Rabbit review, and it wasn't until I went back and watched our videos, which I don't always go back and watch the stuff we do. One of those weird things. I couldn't believe I missed like my most important point.
But so
I'm making notes here just so I don't skim over anything. That really, really bothered me, and I feel like the book might have dove into it. So I need to know if the third book sucks or if it's just the adaptation into the movie. And I'm not going to say it sucks. So they had the part where they said, oh, you can genetically engineer your kid, which is not, look, I think we're at technology right now. We're getting pretty close. I'm not 100% sure where you could pick your gender. They're talking about the potential of picking hair color, picking eye color. So what if we get to the point where you can pick physical stature, you can pick personality traits, you can pick all those things, and they
get all 9?
They had said that trying to create the perfect person is what caused the war, because in pursuit of just these, perfect characteristics, they lost, the diversity of personality, and that's where we saw the people in the factions, like the Erudites, they weren't able to think emotionally, and the Dauntless, they didn't have compassion, and so in the pursuit of the perfect person, they ended up screwing us up because and then you pull the 180 and say, okay, this is where we're at. Don't put us in the factions. Let us live with each other. Let us learn from each other. And I feel like that was really powerful. And like I said, I got to imagine this third book is still good. And I couldn't believe they skipped over that, like a pharmacy commercial.
Yeah,
and they even had like it was just like that was a major point to me. How did the war start? Well, we had all these people trying to genetically engineer their kids, and in the pursuit of perfection, they lost the ability to negotiate and have compassion and everything else. And now the return to perfection, which I didn't think it was a bad idea. The return to perfection, or the pure people, are people who haven't been genetically altered, and the people who have imperfections. So it was this like weird, like kind of like two-faced like lesson. Like the people who haven't been genetically modified, the peers, are what we're going back to, but now we're going to judge the people who have been genetically modified and not let them live their lives. So from a plot standpoint, like this is like, to me, this is like shit. Like every bit is like good as Hunger Games, every bit as good as The Maze Runner, as far as the idea of, trying to make the perfect human is what went wrong.
Like they left it on the table. They missed it.
It was literally they gave you like the font and the advertisement, like a pharmaceutical commercial, and just like I
like the little things. They even had like the registered trademark of it too. Like it was like a legit
it was
drug.
No big deal. Like okay, so you just explained how the war. You explained how the war started. They tried genetically engineering people, blah blah blah. They lost the ability to reason and this and that. But they just didn't go deep enough into it.
Glossed
that
over
to
it.
me, like, and I get it. And we've talked about this with other films, adaptations from books. Like, I think I said for the last one, or one of the movies we watched recently, like, man, this came from a book. This could probably be a 3.5-hour movie. And I think it's a very difficult job of the directors and the people who are putting these together. Like, what do we all take from the book and what do we put into the film? I feel like they really sold this one short on skimming over the whole genetic alterations, because that explains a lot of the of why they had the factions. The factions weren't just like, this is a major plot of the whole movie. You have these 5 factions. Well, the factions weren't just because that's what you fit in best. That's because your parents or whoever were genetically engineered. So I feel like this book is probably 10 times more brilliant than the movie. Yeah. The other big point that I wanted to make is we know there was a 4th book, right? And I feel like
this is supposed to be part 1.
Was this movie supposed to be?
If you look it up on Google, it says Divergent Allegiant Part 1.
Okay,
so maybe
thank you that you said that, because I feel, and
that's why they had the Jeff Daniels right there at the end.
Maybe when they were making it, they just didn't feel like saying "to be continued" because concluded. It's too like cliche, or "to be concluded" because it's too cliche. But I think had they called this part 1, obviously that's problematic because a part 2 never came out. But if they had said part 1, or they had said "to be continued," I would have like my reaction right now would be like, I can't wait to see how this ends.
it would have.
I need to learn more. Tell me how this story ends. So I feel like the people who like really hate this movie, like again, it's twofold for me. One, they completely skipped over what I thought was a brilliant plot piece and just like, oh, by the way, this is why we have the 5 factions and this is how all this stuff started. Like, oh, it's kind of a major plot point, but they also just leave you completely hanging. Go back to Hunger Games and think about Mockingjay Part 1. And if we didn't get a part 2 with the, you know, Katniss at the end shooting the arrow and Snow, like, how does that leave the legacy of the whole series as far as the movies go?
Real quick, there was going to be a 4th. It was going to be called Ascendant. So it was going to be Allegiant and Ascendant.
Okay.
And Ascendant never, obviously.
And it never happened. And I think that's, man, like, look, it's one thing if you have, like, Friday the 13th, part 1, and Jason comes back again in part 2, and then part 3. But when it's all part of a big story, especially part of a series of books, look, and I know we looked this one up, it didn't like hit a home run in the box office, but I think it's still made between budget and revenue. It's still made $50-60 million or something, you know, and I think that was in the US. But man, this was a huge disappointment. And an even bigger disappointment because I felt like this plot had huge potential.
It was right there, just waiting like to be done.
It was
just botched.
Oh my god!
You know?
I don't even know that I feel like if they botched this movie that bad, or because we're not getting a conclusion. And as far as we know, there's nothing in the works.
Nothing in the works.
Like I said, this is if I've ever felt like I needed help from people, tell me how this 3rd book was, because I just really feel like if there was ever an adaptation of a book that left out some important shit, it was this one. Yeah. So I did like, you know, in the beginning they had the good lesson, great leaders don't seek power. And I think Gandalf, Jesus, I think Dumbledore said something almost word for word in I don't know if it was Prisoner of Azkaban. I forget which Potter movie it was. You guys can help me out, the people who like these movies and Potter. But it was almost the exact same thing, or you know, something. You know, people who, you know, are searching for power are usually the people who don't need it.
Shouldn't have it.
So I thought that was a good lesson. Another cool lesson. You know, the imperfections that we have as people is what makes us who we are. And them trying to make genetically perfect people.
Well, the first thing they said when getting rid of the mind was, well, then you take away who they are as a person.
Take away who they are, and it's like, look, nobody's perfect, and I think, you know, genetically engineering people to try to be perfect completely takes. It's like the worst idea ever. Yeah. Like it takes away who we
superhero.
are. Having different personalities, man, how boring would this world be if everybody was the same personality, everybody was the same color, everybody liked the same stuff? I mean, what a dull earth we would live on.
But David everybody is in charge of Chicago.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's crazy. You know, another note, you know, that I had was just, you know, trying to be perfect is what led to the collapse of humanity,
civilization,
essentially. So this story had so much potential. I really liked the first 2. I had high hopes for this, and I absolutely see why people didn't like it. And I'm really frustrated with one that there was like, I don't want to rate this movie based on the 4th one didn't happen.
Yeah.
Right?
But you have to base it on what you have.
It would be like saying, hey, part 1 and part 2, and part 2 never happened. Well, then part 1 doesn't make sense, you know? So for me, I don't know. It had so much potential, and I really wish I could give it a higher score. And if they ever come out with a part 4, then we'll watch it.
As of right now, there are 0 plans.
Right. And I will retroactively change my score for this one. But for right now, the way they skimmed over that and the way that they left us, that's not, you can't end. And again, I understand there was another book and there's plans for more. But, you know, and the crazy thing is people who watched this in 2016. When did they find out
there wasn't
that another one wasn't coming? So trust, like,
probably when they saw the numbers, then it only made $20 million.
Like, I mean, I can't imagine like seeing this in the theater and being like, okay, we got one more, and then you're waiting like, man, when's this next one coming out? It's not. Well, the last one sucked. And I mean, the ending of look, if you're talking about endings of stories, if this is the end of it, this end sucked. And I mean sucked bad. They knocked down the wall. You have no idea what happens to our guy Peter. Yep. No conclusion with David. No idea what happens to the city of Chicago. So again, as a part 1 and part 2 could have been good. As the end to a movie, a standalone movie, it sucked. So much potential wasted. Now I feel like I have to, like, I have no choice at this point but to get the audiobook. I do better for if this is your first time watching the channel. I do better with the audiobooks as far as visualization,
big muscle
and
can't
retention.
Read.
No, I'm a big guy, can't read books. I do better with visual and audio cues than I do.
That makes me sleepy.
So I am going to go get the audiobook. If we knew it was coming out in the next 2 years, like coming in 2024, I'd be like, okay, I can wait.
But the fact
that
the
it's channel for the
never
fans.
coming.
But the fact that it's never coming, I'm sitting here
that article is as of June of 2022. That is never coming out.
I gotta know how this ends.
They were going to do a TV movie, I guess.
Did you go 2.5?
I did 2.5.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Gracious over here.
Yeah, look at you.
So you know what?
Look, it had its good action.
3.0 answer.
I'll take that 0.5 off there because instead of seeing the third Star Wars, we saw the third Jaws. That's what we saw.
We got
third Jaws.
We got the third Jaws. So there you have it. It had so much potential, wasted, and you wonder why there wasn't fourth wall when you only make $20 million at the box office. That's kind of a good reason. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn, and I'm of course the answer. Good night, pals, and thanks for going through this train wreck with us.